earn spots in camp?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I think it's, first off, they're rewarded for how well they played in camp, which I think is a great thing. It makes training camp meaningful, and there's reason we're, scrimmaging and playing games and trying to prove our worth. So I think, that's great in the first sense, and then also just have some youth around here, like some of that youthful excitement and just the energy is great to have around the room. So really happy for all three of these guys, and they're definitely deserving of earning a spot.
How prepared do you guys feel? I mean, you've had a lot of instruction over the past almost 3 weeks, and you've been very vocal on the ice.
No, I think it's been a great camp. Obviously a lot of guys played well. The attention to detail and instruction, like you said, on the ice has been helpful for sure. And you get all that stuff sorted out, you can just go play and not think as much, right? So it keeps things, keeps the mind simple, and just go out there and play now.
Patrick, when a team's trying to end a long playoff drought, how important is it to start off with some fresh new elements? You got the young kids, Todd coming in and is starting the season for the first time, new starting goalie in Gibson, just kind of a different look at the start.
Yeah, a lot of positive changes for our team this year, and a lot of familiar faces back too. I think we saw how important Todd was coming in last year and what he did for our group, and how he helped everyone, play at their best level, just across the board, not just certain guys, but across the whole lineup. So I think that's, it's obviously huge to have him. You think about the position we're in as a team. I think it's extremely important to get off to a good start, and that might be the most important thing this season is, having a good start, getting ourselves, ahead of the 8 ball a little bit here in case there's any lulls or different stretches in the season that really don't go our way. But I think we're confident in our group, confident the way we play. If we play, up to our capabilities and the way we're supposed to, I think we're going to be in a good position.
How are you feeling physically heading into this? Is this the best you've felt in a while? Or?
Yeah, I feel really good. Definitely, happy with where I'm at physically, and happy just mentally, coming into camp. I thought I had a way better camp this year than last year, and feel like I'm moving better as well. So in a good spot, so happy with where I'm at.
Did all the scrimmaging help you guys? I mean, it seemed like it was pretty physical throughout the camp and everything.
Yeah, I think it's a great way to go about camp. I mean, there's no better drill than playing hockey or playing 5-on-5, right? I mean, that's the game, right? You can do all these taking tack drills and different things like this, but being able to play 5-on-5, get used to the scrimmage, get used to the game pace, going up and down the ice, get your conditioning going. I think it's a great way to start camp. We did that all the time in Chicago, a lot of scrimmaging, a lot of practices up and down the ice. We're definitely ready by the time the season rolls around.
How would you describe Todd's teaching style?
I mean, I definitely think he has a presence. When he talks, you're listening, you're paying attention to what's going on. And then, he's not afraid to point out mistakes. He's not afraid to keep, anyone in the room accountable, no matter who it is. I think that's a great part of coaching as well. You learn from your mistakes here. And I think he wants you to be aggressive. He wants you to not really worry about making mistakes. But if you do, we're going to learn from it and make sure it doesn't happen again. So that's kind of how it's been throughout camp.
The Centennial stuff excite you? I mean, I know your guy knows a lot of hockey, but
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, we're talking in here. We're an Original Six franchise. I mean, you look around the room. There's incredible players that have represented this organization. There's incredible players that are just around the room that were here, doing special things before in the 90s and 2000s. Guys like Eiserman and Lidstrom and Cronwall and Datsuk, Zetterberg. You see those guys around the room. It definitely brings your mind to the attention of what happened here before you and how successful this organization was. So, it's great to be here as a Red Wing and just represent the team, especially in this special year for 100 years.
Hey, Todd, with this much time in between the last preseason game and the opener, just what's kind of the mindset as far as what you hope to get out of practice? And is there like a balance of how hard you make them go before that opener?
Yeah. I wish we were playing today. It felt like we were running on fumes, 8 games and whatever it was, and all of a sudden this break comes. Would have been nice to play today, but we're not, so be it. Play tomorrow. The 2 practices would have been good, so play tomorrow. But as far as planning for the week, like we pushed them hard yesterday, and we'll taper down a little bit today. We'll try and make them feel fast tomorrow, clean, crisp, fast, and let them go. And tomorrow we won't overburden them with systems or structure. It'll all be skill stuff and get them ready from there.
I know Raymond and Sider were wearing A's on their jerseys at the end of the preseason. Have you decided on what the leadership group will look like for this year?
Yeah, it'll be 23-man big. It's every coach, every staff gets to determine who the leadership group is. And inevitably you just keep, we can't leave him out, so you add another guy in, and pretty soon 3/4 of your team's in the leadership group. You may as well have the rest of them in on it. I don't have leadership meetings where we bring guys in. If I or our staff doesn't have a good handle of what's going on with the team and we need to meet, then shame on us. We're doing a poor job of communicating every day. So I think a lot of the leadership stuff is done that way. We meet individually with players on a regular basis, whether it's casual in the meal room, whether it's official in an office. So everybody does it differently. That's just how we approach it, and expect. Season A's are important, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. It's what you can bring as an individual to provide some sense of leadership. And Finney, Nygaard, and Axe have something to give in that realm at some point. I get it; they're real young, but they have to develop their leadership skills as well.
Hey, Todd, well, those 3 kids, what do you? I don't think anybody expects them to take their foot off the gas pedal, but what do you guys tell them now? It's like, look, you made it here, but now you got to keep going.
Yeah, we kind of get out of the way. Like, we don't want to be, creating more anxiety or anything like that for them. They know what's ahead of them. They're probably as excited as can be. If I was going to tell them anything, and there may be the odd escape, I'd just go play. Go play your heart out. If a mistake occurs, we can live with that. That's what we coach for. We'll help you fix it. You have teammates around you that'll protect you in certain situations from mistakes. Just go play.
How about JVR? Any closer?
Yeah, he's starting to look like a hockey player now, which is a good thing. He's got a little spark in his eye. I think he can sense that the season's coming too. Will we use him versus Montreal? We'll make that decision over the next little bit. But he's starting to get more reps in with the group and in type action, physical, all good signs.
Are you pretty settled in on what your defense pairings are going to be? It looks like certainly Sherrod and Sider, but
We'll start that way. I don't think it's ever really set in stone, even within a game. Like if it's not going well, especially early in the year, you can mix things up quickly. The luxury we have is Albert can play both left and right, so that really allows us to move people around a little bit more than if somebody couldn't. But we'll start, and by the end of the first period, we might be blending them. When will we get to common partners or pairs? I can't answer that question. It's just guys have to gel, and all 3 pairs have to gel.
just to follow up on JVR, what is his status? Because he was listed yesterday as non-roster, which is the same as IR.
Yeah, now that would be a better question for Steve or Aaron Kahn, but my understanding is based on his circumstances, there's a category, I guess, where because he's missed basically all of training camp, where he can be while he gets up and running and catches up.
In terms of looking back on just carrying over the chemistry from last season with new faces in the lineup too, how do you guys build on that and kind of integrate that during these next couple days and going into the regular season? I know preseason gave this group a good opportunity to do that.
Yeah, the team building that's going on right from Traverse City, prior to I got wind of the guys getting together and building on getting to know each other, the new players, whether it's wives included or not, I don't know, but the Red Wing family got together there, and then I thought Traverse City, there's a big aspect to team building up there where guys get out and whether it's golf, fish, or just be around each other. Now we get back here, and it's been an interesting process watching it happen because there's so many young players that were here for a long time that it really forced different veterans to get involved with them and help them out with the questions they may have or hotel issues, cars, where do we go to the airport? Some of them didn't even know where that happened. So the fact that we had that many players here for that long, I think helped that and promoted it. Chemistry as we go forward will continue to build. It happens through winning, but it also happens when it doesn't go so well. It tests your mettle a little bit, and we'll get opportunities to push that as the season goes on. I am not today, no. Is it raining? Is there still going to be a game? Okay, so it's just drizzling. No, but I'm going to be watching it. We have some family friends that are in town, and that duty calls. But I will be watching.
Todd, just to clarify on that question about who's going to wear the A's, are you planning on rotating in between a lot of people?
No, we'll be an original 6 team. We'll have a captain and a couple of assistants, and that's where we'll be.
And have you decided? I mean,
yep, we've decided.
It's Sider and Raymond?
Yep, it'll be those 3 will wear. I've talked to the rest of them that, when I got here last year, I didn't even know who. I knew Larkin was the captain, but we had 6, 7 rotating A's. I didn't even know who wore them on any given night. Like, we're original 6. All my years here, there was clear definition of who was going to go, but that didn't prevent, when Nick Cronwell was a younger player when I was here, or whoever else was around that group, Chris Draper and Kurt Maltby, they didn't wear A's, but they led. And, that's what we're going with.
And, you've got several veterans in here who could wear the A, but
absolutely.
The fact that you got 2 relatively young but experienced guys, I mean, what does that say about their burgeoning leadership skills?
It says that those younger players are still evolving in that role, and that they've got a lot of help around them. Guys that have worn those letters for a long time. I expect our younger letter wearers to lean on Patrick Kane and Kopp and Comfer and Sherratt and who else had them last year? Like, there was multiple guys. Like, lean on them. They all have good experience, and the ones that were wearing them, I don't expect them to change one bit. They haven't. They've been great. So I think we're in a good spot.
Dad, what have you thought of Patty Kane's training camp? I mean, doesn't seem like he's slowing down by any stretch.
No, he's not slowing down, and his mind is working. I say this every time I talk about him. He loves the game. We're on the road. He's watched every minute of it. He comes and asks questions about certain situations, that type of stuff. So he's on it. He keeps us on our toes. Let's put it that way. So he's had a good camp. He's only played the 3 games. That was enough for him. You saw him in the games use his assets, and he'll be an important player for us this year. All good? Okay.